Good afternoon and welcome to Wembley. It's the final match of round 12 in this year's Netball Super League, and it's a London battle. Mavericks against the reigning champions, Pulse. Pulse have their Super League semi-final spot secured, and Mavericks have just missed out and haven't beaten Pulse since 2023. Can they do it today in front of a near 5,000 crowd? I'm delighted to have alongside me in commentary for this one, 7-time Super League champion and former England captain Pamela Cookie. Good afternoon, Pamela.
Good afternoon, Catherine.
She is standing up, she is ready and poised. Nearly 5,000 expected this afternoon. It's the last match of round 12. Let's have a look at the Super League table, Pamela, after wins so far in round 12 for Thunder, Forest and Dragons last night over Birmingham Panthers.
Well, the home side London Mavericks currently in 6th place, and sadly their hopes for a potential top 4 finish dashed, as you say, by Nottingham Forest on Friday night. London Pulse currently in 3rd, and a win today gets them closer to getting into the top 2, just 1 point behind Lightning. Remember, if you finish in top 2, you get 2 bites of the cherry to make that grand final.
Yep, so there are the standings. It's tight as you like at the top, isn't it? And just a few moments ago, Pamela hot-footed it from the commentary box to catch up with both of the head coaches to get their insights into tonight's battle.
Tamsin, as of Friday night, you were still playing off for a chance to be in that top 4. It's not there. How does that change tonight's game?
Look, obviously we're disappointed we haven't got an opportunity to get into that top 4, but I think with the season we've had, with the amount of injuries and the rebuild this year, it was always going to be tricky. Does it change anything for the last 3 games? Nothing at all. You know, we still want to go out there. We talked about taking a scout this season. We've come close against teams. We haven't done it yet. So what a perfect opportunity to do that in Wembley in front of a packed crowd.
Well, after watching London Pulse last week, where do you see those chinks maybe in their armour?
There are very few chinks in that armour. Look, I mean, you've got to be able to break their defence, and we didn't do that last time we played them at the Copper Box, and that was costly for us. We only scored 8 goals in that first quarter, so that has to be a work on for us today. How do we get that ball in, and how do we enjoy being on the ball? You know, they're a team that want to win live turnover, so how do you keep that from them? I've been really impressed with our defence end. You know, last week they were on fire against Forest, and it was disappointing we couldn't reward that. So I think there's more to come from that group as well.
Sam, I know the benefit of a home semi-final. You currently sat 3rd in the table with 3 rounds to go. Is top spot still the ambition?
Yeah, I think it has to be. I mean, it's so complicated. Every time a match is played, everyone shuffles round. So I think we're just going to try and control what we can, put out another strong performance today following last weekend.
Off the back of last weekend, obviously the loss, how did the team rally up ready for today?
Yeah, I was really pleased actually with the response. We had a really good sort of class session where we talked about what we needed to fix up, be a little bit more disciplined, think about our away prep for games as well. So hopefully we've been more organised today and a bit more focused, and it is for me his 100th cap today for the club, and so that was a really nice thing to celebrate already today.
Oh, Sam, well, all the best this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Pam.
So there were the thoughts of both former wing attacks for England, the head coaches on display today. Let's see who they have gone with them, Pamela. Let's look at the starting 7s for Mavericks, deemed as the home side today.
Well, Tamsin did talk about her defensive end, and they are getting some really good clean ball. Jamie Golub standing out with her 36 games and 16 intercepts to her name so far this season. Not to mention her support on the centre pass attack.
Let's have a look at London Pulse then, and an omission again for the 2nd round in a row from a certain Miss Scholes, nodding the starting 7.
Yeah, Alicia Scholes is still recovering from her injury, and as expected, Camo Maseko comes into the wing attack position. She came on at half-time last week at wing attack and brought much-needed connection and experience to this attacking end. That is the only change from the starting 7 for Stan Bird from round 11. And we know of the defensive prowess of Adio, Verdoju, Zara Everett and Smith, with Verdoju her 100th game for London Pulse.
It is indeed, and she starts in the GD position. So both of the teams have been introduced to the crowd here. There's the fireworks going off. And there in the centre is Sam Bird, the CEO, the director, the head coach of London Pulse. And we are ready to rock and roll. Alison Harrison and Louise Travis taking charge of this one. Nearly 400 Super League games combined. Experience on display here today. The black dresses of Pulse, first centre pass. And it's a 17-year-old Gracie Smith who will get us underway for our final match of round number 12.
And that's it. Gracie Smith, as you say, she has been prolific, getting the starting centre bib more often than not so far this season and really shone in that position. And this is a much better start to the game. Yes, the miss, but obstruction called, and they get another go. Having Maseko in wing attack just gives that experience in there. Yes, she's been goal attack and goal shooter, but she knows that combination in that attacking end.
Well, Knightbridge in that centre position for Mavericks in the light blue dresses. A chance for the home side to put one on the board. A reminder, round 7, London Pulse won this fixture 56-46. They won both fixtures last year, the reigning champions.
What a turnover from the Centurion for Doju. Just getting a little tip to her. But Maseko, oh, butterfingers.
That must be nice to say. Centurion for Doju. Gollum. Inga again in the corner pocket. Myself and Pamela just out of your shot there on the bottom left in our commentary position. We are so close to the court here. I don't know why I'm whispering, because there's nearly 5,000 people here. But look at the defence of London Pulse and how hard Mavericks are having to work here.
So strong. They work so well as a unit to be able to disrupt that space and challenge. Contact call there allows the penalty pass or shot. And Inga, we talked about the defensive end when we're going through the starting sevens, but Georgia Inga, goal shooter, she is their pillar, and their most scored goals has gone to her. 292 so far this season.
Yep, another one popped in on the singles front for Inga. Smith now looking for options. Kelly, a nice controlled take and turn. And let's give her a flowers as well. We've got that as her 100th single goal. Shooting at 93% in the single shot so far this season, Kelly, for the London Pulse side.
Another one that, when she's had the opportunity, has really relished taking on that goal attack bib. And again, we see that defensive work rate of London Pulse. Not a clean intercept, but they force the sideline.
Miss Fedosia then gets us back underway. Nice little bullet pass from Everett there. Look at Fedosia floating around already. We walked in with Liv Cheen today, myself and Pamela. She was looking good, looking to play a part.
Lots of smiles. Just enjoying her netball.
Well, Pamela took you through the table. They're in 3rd at the moment, London Pulse. As another one pops in, 9 wins. Only lost 2 to Loughborough Lightning and AO Manchester Thunder so far, the Pulse side. And it's now them on their centre pass then.
Yep, go into the back with Fedoju, but see what that can do. It opens up that attacking end because you've got 4 options in that attacking third, and well worked. This is a much better attacking lineup for London Pulse with Alicia Scholes out. 252 goals coming into this game for Liv Sheen, and she's keeping that scoreboard ticking over.
Especially laid court here at the OVO Arena in Wembley. Umpires Harrison and Travis are saying they like it. There's a 3-metre runoff off the back of the goal line, which really does help them with their depth perception and views of the back line and the goal line in particular. The London Pulse are starting to take control early doors here, Pamela. We're not even 5 minutes into the first quarter. This is where Mavericks have to pay attention, keep on it. Tamsin Greenway to our left, still in her seat as Sophie Kelly puts another one up.
Her shot so smooth and so secure, but you're right, in terms of that defensive work rate from London Mavericks, just need to come on a little bit harder. As they're challenging, they're getting the contact calls, so just come off and change that timing. Oh, hello elevation for Doju.
Oh, that was a nice ball that was. And Inga's going to slot this one in. There's a commentator's curse. Hear the oohs and the ahs from the crowd here. Inga was right under the post there. And London Pulse don't need to be told twice to pounce on everything that's going. Oh, brilliant. See Maseko there flying.
There you go. That's the defence you were talking about and what they needed. That was great work from Sadler. She's coming at goalkeeper, replacing Rajia Kwashi, who's injured. But that hustle from the defensive end, getting the turnover. But for Doju, she's like, well, we want it back.
Yeah, Georginga there was looking for a little bit of redemption, wasn't she? Denied by the Pulse defence, of many have been so far this season.
2 mistakes now from London Pulse going into the attack, but Golub this time, she wants a piece of the action.
Well, Inga was out the circle there, home alone, calling. She scooted herself across.
Way offside. Nightbridge thought she was pushed into that Amex super shot zone. Can't go in there as a centre.
Adio then picking up the ball. Pulse leading by 6-1. Adio 24 rebounds so far this season.
Is that 4 now? London Pulse haven't managed to get it into their goal third after a turnover.
Well, I see Tamsin Greenway there chatting away. That passage of play, though, got a clap from assistant coach Mickey Austin just outside the back of his shot. There you go, you can see her. Mavericks, 4 wins so far this season. Couple over Rhinos, Dragons, Birmingham Panthers. Picked up a bonus point as well, didn't they, against Forest on the first match of the season. The height of Cheen. Kept it in her possession there.
Just picking it out of the air. Liversidge doing some work. Oh, that was a great pop, but just that final pass in, there was options. Liversidge had hit the top of the circle, but it did open up under the post. But just the speed of Adio, able to get a hand to it.
Yeah, some good darting around here by Liversidge in that wing attack position. 333 feeds for her side this season. But Andrew gets another one on the board for the home side. We're due to have nearly 1,500 more spectators in this head-to-head than last year, Pamela, which is showing the continued growth in our second year towards professionalisation of the sport.
Oh, definitely, and also shows what London Mavericks as a franchise are doing in order to increase these numbers into it's Wembley Stadium, the Ava Arena. Well, not stadium, arena, Wembley Arena.
It's Wembley.
Getting excited. But the fact that we can get so many is just testament to how great this sport is and how much it is growing and the work rate that people are putting in.
Another one from Kelly. Well, Nightbridge was happy to let that ball just continue to roll away towards us there. Pamela Cookie started twitching alongside me. You can't go on. You're not allowed. Here we go again, though. Look at that. Everything's being shut down by London Pulse.
Yeah, and Zara Everett coming around, sometimes underrated as a wing defence, but I think she's so key in this defensive setup, and she gets some clean ball herself, not just setting it up for the 2 behind her.
32 deflections this year, Everett.
Oh, for Toju again, she's loving the backing up. Pulse just need to control themselves a little bit. Sophie Kelly on 1 foot, but she does. And there's that lovely shooter-to-shooter pass, which has been building very nicely over the past couple of seasons between Kelly and Sheen.
Yeah, 589 goals Pulse have had put in against them this season, 689 through the net. Top scorers in the league are Loughborough Lightning, 872 so far this season. A loss on Friday night, wasn't it, to Nottingham Forest Netball, confirming Forest as the 4th team that are through to the soft and gentle playoffs. But 3 on the board for Mavericks so far. We're coming towards the first 5 minutes of the Amex Super Shot time. What is that story telling you so far, Pamela?
Well, they've had some opportunities going through, but it's the defence of London Pulse. They are making it nigh on impossible, bar 4, for Mavericks to be able to get to a shooting opportunity and make it count. Oh, hello, Maseko. A little fake down the line to Kelly, but then in under the post. The South African, she does play wing attack, goal attack and goal shooter, but we haven't seen her at wing attack up until last round. Very versatile player.
15 seconds away from super shot time. Could time quite well for Mavericks if they can get it into a shooting position, which they can. Andrew takes it and turns. So the Amex Super Shot buzzer goes, but the one is put on the board for Mavericks. A skip into the centre circle then from Smith. 11-5.
Well chased down from Liversidge. Just now needs some control. Experience there from Andrew.
Georginga wonderfully ignored. Fedoju flying past the front of her face there. Another one she couldn't manage to land though. Super shot. Oh yeah, that's nice. Good one from Andrew, that one. That's her 25th super shot of the season. 973 super shots have dropped so far at the start of this match. £19,460 in the Amex Super Shot Fund. Helping grassroots netball. Only 27 more needed to hit the 20 grand and the 1,000 mark. Georginga not fancying it.
No, well, she's only shot 4 so far this season.
Yep,
as in 4 goals.
Yeah. Here we go. Is this number 5?
Go on, George.
Yes, it is. £20 in the fund. Super shot number 5.
Well, she was only shooting at 33%. As I said, 4 had gone through the net. So great for her to get that one.
Well, she didn't even attempt any in that loss against Nottingham Forest netball. 11-9. The difference the super shot makes, but then right back up the other end. Sophie Kelly, heading towards 60 super shots this season, makes the difference now 4.
Yeah, much higher percentage for her at 60%. So that's lifted now with that one.
Inga again, out the circle.
Just a little bit late there, Smith. Oh, she's got her iron now.
Well, Adio and Fedoju completely doubling up on Andrew there. But Mavericks not converting.
Oh, that was well left by the defense of Mavericks. And this is what I love to see, because sometimes defenders go so hard on that backing up and they either contact or get a little finger on it and it goes off the back line or sideline. But they just watched it fly, put the pressure on the attack, and it's their ball. Nice swing into the pocket. Liversidge looking for someone, and Andrew, she presents herself. Oh, air ball.
Way over.
Contact, wing attack.
And they're the chances that London Mavericks have got to nail if they're going to beat London Pulse for the first time since 2023, which they haven't done. There's a slight injury there to Liversidge of London Mavericks. She's been taken off court to our left, which means there's going to have to be a change for Tamsin Greenway's side.
I'm not sure if her finger popped out because she's not looking at the physio just to my left here. But Amelia Hall has come on at wing attack to replace her while she gets that sorted out.
Contact, wing defence. Contact, goal defence in the 2.
Under 2 minutes of the first quarter then here at Wembley. Nicely kept in by Liv Chi. And another single on the board for Stanbird's side. See a little bit of a movement on the London Pulse bench at the back.
A drop ball there from Fedoju. Back into the hands of Mavericks. Oh, unlucky. Inga, sorry. She thought she was contacted, but she took her eye off the ball.
The long black tights of Georginga. We've got Tess Howard with us watching today. Sorry, Tess Howard, MBE, of course, GB Hockey Olympian, founder of the Inclusive Sportswear Charter. She's been working wonderfully well with London Mavericks, who's introduced the choice kit this season for all players from under 15 up to Super League level. And to my left, I'm just keeping an eye on Liversidge there to our left as we have a pause in play. She's talking and she's up. I think you might be right. Something might have popped out.
I think so.
Oh, God.
I don't know. It gives me the
14-9, under a minute remaining. Oh, yes. We always get a round of applause for the mop, don't we? The first pause in play with Pulse leading by 5. Fadoju in front of us having a chat with Everett.
It's a throw in the 2 area.
And you see that constantly, and I think that's what makes that defensive unit so good in terms of how they communicate with each other on the court, how much the non-communication as well, as in like the non-verbal communication. They've got it so in sync.
Well, Liversidge is back on the bench to our left, drinking water. 14-9. Mavericks on their centre pass. Can they pop another one in before the first 15-minute ends? That's good.
Yeah,
Amelia
Donahue.
Hall, nice. Donahue. Hall falls back into the centre third.
This is a good zone that Pulse are putting on, making them play wide, not allowing them into the middle, but from Amelia Hall to be able to get that drive to the circle edge, Inga is not happy.
Well, she's not going to put up the super shot. She's going to take the single instead, and potentially they're going to hit double figures. Short again for Doju.
And I could see that one coming because she was feeling as if she had so much on the body.
Well, Mavericks couldn't pop one in at the end of the first quarter. They're going to stay on 9, which means after the first 15 minutes here at the OVO Arena in Wembley, it's London Pulse, the reigning champions, leading London Mavericks by 16-9. Second quarter on the way. Welcome back to the OVO Arena here at Wembley. There's sport all around here in London. We've got football across the road going on, but we've got nearly 5,000 fans enjoying the final match of round number 12 here in Wembley. And it's London Mavericks against London Pulse, with the reigning champions and Sandbird side leading 16-9 after the first quarter. Pamela Cookie is scrutinising a few statistics for us. What's a big one that stands out, Pamela?
Well, as a former shooter, it's the shooting stats. London Mavericks just 52% in total in both the 1-point and the 2-point zones. So they are needing to up that. 82% for London Pulse. Hence why we're seeing this scoreline. Oh, that's a nice pass from Sophie Kelly. And she was on 100% in the 1-point period. Continues that.
And continues the run of scores for London Pulse. And we've got some changes in the shooting end by the home side. It looks like George Inga has been taken off and Sophie Egbaran is now on. There she is, in that goal shooter position.
Yeah, and we saw Inga getting a little bit frustrated towards that latter part of the quarter. So Egbaran coming on. The youngster, she's come from the Birmingham Panthers next gen side. She's had a few games in the Super League for them. But an accurate shooter, 94% in the 1-point for her so far.
And they were needed, of course. They've lost Emma Thacker from round 10 onwards with a shoulder injury. So the Wasp pathway player now, Sophie Egbaran, put on court at one end, and Liv Cheen, the familiar face and name of Liv Cheen, at the other end, pops another one in. 18-10.
That was a nice dodge there from Egbaran, but Pulse covered it and they continued to make Mavericks play wide. And great front hold on Halima Adio. She's been in this London side for 2 rounds previously, and that ball just dropping.
See Amelia Hall still on in that wing attack position in the light blue dress for Mavericks. You've probably seen a minute there, right on the back of his shot there at the left. Susie Liversidge getting taped up on what we think was a joint popping out. Now she's going to warm up a little bit as another one goes in. Yeah, doing a bit of ball practice, Liversidge. And Anida, she's so influential. As I mentioned, over 300 feeds for her side.
Yeah, she's the playmaker in that attacking end for them. So much experience. And like I said before, sometimes underrated in terms of she just goes about doing her business. As for Doju, that is her business. That is her bread and butter. What an intercept. But Pulse, again, coming into attack. Just a little bit sloppy. And Mavericks picking it up.
Contact, goal defence.
Yeah, no movement in the back of his shot from Sandbird's bench at the moment. Fiona Murta, her assistant, alongside her. As Mavericks put one up. Murta and Bird, of course. I looked at a picture yesterday of both of them in the England squad in 1993. They're in the same team. It was a great photograph. I'm sure Sam's got it somewhere.
Love that.
In charge of London Pulse, of course, and their side leading 19-12. Lovely ball into Cheen.
Oh, Fiona was in, when I first got into the England squad, she was in.
In the 2.
Yeah, a little high five there between Golub and the goalkeeper for Mavericks, Ella Sadler. Well, I think the last laugh of that passage of play is going to go to London Pulse. Well, the fans around us are trying to start one of those sporting waves that's been going around. A nice mixture of fans here today. Class as a London Mavericks home fixture. But of course, both sides London-based.
Oh, and Knightsbridge has gone down, and that does not look nice.
Injury centre. Wing defence.
No, Hannah Knightsbridge, the centre for Mavericks, grabbing her knee as she falls to the court. And there's Tamsin Greenway now, having a word there with Phillips.
Oh, Lizzie Phillips, captain of the side, but not starting this game.
Yeah, the screens are coming on to be put around the Mavericks centre. It didn't look like a nice fall at all. Both teams, of course, understandably focusing on the job in hand, taking the opportunity to have a word with both of the head coaches. There is Sam Bird.
Yeah, and the players will now, as with this stop play, and it does look like quite a serious injury. So for Sam and the team now would be to regroup together, just keep your focus, keep your head in this game, because you don't know when you're going to come back out on again. And Knightsbridge, England under-21 captain, just receiving some treatment. And she only came in because she was replacing Ellie Ratu, who was the previous captain of London Mavericks.
Yeah, and as mentioned, Pamela spotted Ellie Ratu playing earlier in the next-gen game, which is good for the Mavericks fans, but what they're seeing now isn't good for the Mavericks fans. Maseko and Smith there, centre of his shot, having a little chit-chat away.
And then have to be thinking about how can they play together on that line, because as I said before, Maseko is a goal shooter, goal attack. Yes, she has played wing attack before, but not in this side, so having to come in last round and then quickly develop that partnership with Smith off those centre pass, because the wing attack does take the majority of them.
Yeah, Alison Harrison and Louise Travis just to our right. Having a quick chat with the medical staff here. See what the latest situation is. A reminder of the results we've had so far. Cover your ears if you don't want any spoilers in round number 12. But it's a crucial time of the season, of course. And as Pamela said earlier, first and third get the home court advantage when we get to the soft and gentle playoffs and semi-finals. So positions are still up for grabs. Manchester Thunder, AO Thunder, 82-66 over NIC leads Rhinos. Just 1 point off the highest score in the league so far. That was on Friday evening. And that cracker between Nottingham Forest Netball and Loughborough Lightning. I know you watched it, Pamela. Forest getting into the semi-finals for the first time after just missing out last year to Mavericks. There was a lot of emotion around that evening, because I think everybody knows how much it means to Chelsea Pittman and that side to get into that top four.
Oh, definitely. And Chelsea in her first year at coaching and her side had put some amazing performances throughout last season. But as you say, just at the very end, Mavericks pipping them into that top four slot. But this year, they've come out with more hunger and passion, and they've achieved that top four.
Yeah, Jada Peckerber, outstanding, the player of the match. And last night, Dragons had a 12-point win over Birmingham Panthers. There's a round of applause going around the OVO Arena here in Wembley. High fives from Hannah Knightsbridge, who is leaving the court and getting a kiss and a pat on the back from Tamsin Greenway. So wheeled off the court here in Wembley. We hope it's nothing serious. We wish her well, and of course a speedy recovery. But that's another blow for Tamsin Greenway. She said to you, didn't she, in the pre-match interview, she talked about this year battling the injuries and the rebuild for London Mavericks. It's another hurdle now she's got to overcome instantaneously against London Pulse.
Well, there's 15 players have been on the court for London Mavericks so far this season. Bearing in mind you have a squad of 10 that you sign at the start. So that injury count racking up further.
And there is a change then in the centre, the blue dress for London Mavericks.
Yeah, Izzy Phillips comes on, as I said, captain of the squad, previously at London Pulse. So once again up against her old side.
Well, many players have done a crossover, of course, with these two teams in the Netball Super League. Being down here in the big smoke as Cheen puts another one in. And as Pamela mentioned, Phillips is one. Knightsbridge, who's just left the court's one. Ratu as well, all previously Pulse. Zara Everett as well, didn't she? She had her Super League debut for Mavericks in 2017. So any momentum that London Pulse has, they've got to get that back going again now after that short break and the injury to Knightsbridge. 21-12, coming up to 10 minutes remaining until half-time.
There's Phillips on the ball now. So she's got so much speed and athleticism. Oh, Andrew was so free all by herself, but missed. Now they find her, and the quick shooter-to-shooter, Egbaran through the net.
And that's nice, the tall figure of Sophie Egbaran. Well, the ball now in the hands of Everett, asking for support. She finds it, cross-court in that centre third to Fedoju, the Centurion, as Pamela Cook is called up. You can see 3 pink balloons behind the London Pulse bench, ready for when this match concludes.
Now that, again, better attacking play from London Pulse, using the width, using the depth. There's those balloons you were talking about.
She's not one. They will be put in the right order. Nice take from Ibarren. Nicely done. So the balloons are ready. Talking about making history, shout out as well to Romelda Aitken-George. The most National League games ever down under. 255 celebrated this weekend. A mammoth effort, true legend of the game.
So good. To have that longevity in netball and at that level is phenomenal. I'm in awe. And with the side, West Coast Fever.
Sasha Glasgow picked up her 100th cap as well for West Coast Fever. Ball up for Mavericks then. Oh, that was nice.
Great elevation from Andrew, getting it up over the 3-foot mark.
24-15. A reminder, 16-9 after the first 15 minutes. A slight pause in play for the injury for Hannah Knightbridge. So new players injected by Tamsin Greenway.
Oh, the hustle from Andrew, but not enough. It came off her hand, so sideline for Pulse. Just getting a little bit stuck on that transverse line. Sadler working hard on Sheen. They've got the double on her, but Kelly does not mind going on her own. Almost happy with the free space. Oh, well cut, kept on.
Amelia Court was like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Not landing for Sophie Egbard on that occasion. Did one of those ring round. Oh, you must have hated that as a shooter. She was like, just drop, man. Come on.
I used to talk to the post. I'm like, come on, give me a break. As she's defending, that's exactly what you do. But, replayed ball after all that effort.
Oh, the ball is delicately dancing around for London Pulse.
Beautiful to watch.
Oh, look at that.
And the way that they're just playing around the defenders, it makes them look like they're standing still, even though they're not. But just the placement, the accuracy, and the speed.
Yeah, saw a quick shot there of Sam Bird, the former head coach of London Mavericks, let not forget. Assistant coach, head coach. Went to 7 Stars, then London Pulse.
Oh, she has just done so much for the game. Has been in and amongst it, found some great players.
And Pulse themselves had, what, 4,000 fans at the Copper Box for that big match a few rounds ago against Lightning. Oh,
I don't know whose fault. Maseko looks at Sheen and is like, come on, girl, that was in for you. Sheen said, sorry, I should have at least tried.
Yeah, goal line. Mavericks, 90 seconds away from the Amex Super Shot.
Contact centre penalty.
And the courtside seats in front of myself and Pamela, getting a really good view here of this Super League match.
In the circle.
That's what the big bucks get you.
It's your contact goal, not the goalkeeper. Free-part penalty, sorry, Mavericks.
Adio thinking she got hit as she went through, but it's her contact. So Andrew will line this one up. It's the pass.
Well, the score here this afternoon of 27-16 really reflecting the style of play, Pamela, that we're seeing on court here.
Very much so. London Pulse in control of this game. 16 to Mavericks. Just had some inconsistency in that shooting end, but defensively, they've won some ball.
Liversidge, back of his shot on the right-hand side. Look at her shaking the hips, moving the knees.
Wants to get back out.
She's back in one piece.
Contact, wing attack.
Oh, Golub there's calling in the wing defence position for London Mavericks.
Contact.
All the play at the moment's down in front of the London Pulse bench.
Barron, oh, nice work from her, and just in time for the super shot period. Boom.
Oh, yes, the fans all giving their little A4 size cards, waving number 2. Egbaran popping in an Amex super shot. Keeping that fund growing and growing, which clubs will be able, and schools incidentally, will be able to put in for some grants at the end of the season.
She's really making herself available, Egbaran, in that shooting circle.
You've enjoyed her since she's come on, haven't you?
I have. I think
and the difference she's making.
100%. Brought some energy, brought some confidence. Andrew now putting one through the net. Just changing it up, making the Pulse defenders have to think differently, because she's more of a mover than an Inga, who's more of a holder.
Some of us were neither, Pamela. Me, not you. Phillips picks up the ball, drops it nonchalantly. Oh, nice little techers there from Gracie Smith in that centre role. Gets it into the hands of Liv Cheen. Amex super shot time. Oh, nicely done.
And they just keep racking it up, London Pulse. Because for me, it's their composure in the circle. Whether it's a Kelly or a Sheen, when they turn to post, they don't look phased on the shot. It's just their job. And for Doju, again, another tip on the ball.
Yeah, 3 deflections, an intercept and a rebound in the first quarter alone for Doju. Wanting to put a good shift in before she gets those balloons that we've told you about on her 100th cap. But once again, Mavericks, if you're going to get anything, you've got to find a glimmer of light and a gap.
And that's what Egbaran is doing for them. She's popping through that zonal defense, and then that quick turn is finding her teammates closer to that post.
Andrew.
Is this going to be third time lucky?
Yep. Here she goes.
Goalkeeper, stand away.
Is that netball in sardine tin again? The hoist from Fadoju. Oh, gosh.
There it is.
Oh, I was settling in then. I was settling in. And a laugh from Andrew in the end. Only 9 was the difference. Now it's 8.
That's a much better ball in.
Contact goalkeeper in the 2.
Sadler just locking arms with Kelly.
Contact is in the 1, goal shooter, in the 1. In the 1, goalkeeper.
Well, Sadler has come from Pulse's Next Gen side, so would have experiences. I know Next Gen and Super League teams train together on occasions. But Liv Sheen goes over it.
Yeah, she does. Bish, bash, bosh. High fives all round. Maseko, Cheen and Kelly. She looks over her shoulder, Liv Cheen. She sees the score, 31-21. There's a massive scoreboard here at the OVO Arena in Wembley. When I mean big, I mean absolutely huge. The players are in no doubt of the score and no doubt of the time. And it's showing under a minute and a half until half-time. And it's been a very eventful 30 minutes here in Wembley.
Contact centre.
Changes have been made by Tamsin Greenway, enforced ones with injury.
Goal defence. Goal defence. In the 2 or the 1. Release the ball.
The 2 or the 1.
Nice.
Oh, very nicely done.
And you're always going to go from the 2 if you've got the option.
Some don't.
Well, when you're on the line, surely.
Would you? Yeah. I'll be your Pamela Cookie, you don't count. Liv Cheen.
Great rebound from
Here we
Sophie
go.
Kelly.
It's like the other end again. Kept in play well. Maseko all over it. Cheen again. Amex super shot from the other side. There we go.
There it is. Sheen says, stop this messing around. Give the ball to me.
23-32.
Mavericks need to be quick now. 7 seconds on the ball. There is time. They force it. Oh, Fadoji did get a hand on it, but Egbaran so quick on the pickup.
Well done, Sophie Egbaran there. Totally aware of the time and totally aware of the importance of another goal before half-time. But London Pulse were leading by 7, and now they are leading 32-24 here in Wembley. Don't go anywhere. We got half-time analysis after the break. Are Pulse going to get their 10th win of the season? Or can Mavericks now finally get a win over London Pulse for the first time in 3 years? We'll see you shortly. Welcome back to the OVO Arena here in Wembley. A little bit of musical. First half, starting with the home side of London Mavericks. Because a reminder, 16-9 down after the first quarter.
Yeah, well, as you see, there's some good tips in getting into the right space defensively to get the turnovers, but they were really struggling in that first quarter to get the goals through the net. But as you see there, Sadler, who's been a replacement player for London Mavericks, in helping that defensive end out. Georginga shooting. These two go in, 2 super shots added to her stats, but towards the end, those 1 points weren't necessarily going in. The second quarter, though, they bring on Sophie Egbaran, and she's really opened up that attacking end, whether it's coming through to be that release player or taking balls like that under the post, getting in front of Halima Adio to create that space for herself, has lifted the shooting stats for London Mavericks. And Andrew, so cool and calm in that Amex Super Shot zone. She's lifted in her confidence as well. So they're getting some turnover ball in that second quarter. 17 they put on the board.
And in terms of London Pulse, some of those stats you're talking about, 5 deflections, 2 rebounds, intercepts already for Fumi Fadoju. London Pulse came here trying to get that 10th win, trying to close the gap on Thunder and Loughborough Lightning.
Yeah, well, it's only 2 the difference in that second quarter. Sorry, it was 17 to Pulse, 15 to Mavericks. And Pulse's shooting end has been on song. There's been so accurate in terms of getting that ball under the post. And Liv Sheen has really been standing up for them. Defensively, the Centurion, Fumi Fadoju, she was coming out with some lovely clean interceptions. She was getting tips, she was getting deflections, and she was really solidifying that defensive end. They had a few issues sometimes when they got those turnover getting into that end third, but when they did, plays like that happen. So smooth, so clean and clear to get round the defenders and finished off nicely.
You just feel that the reigning champions are in control of this one. Is that fair to say?
100%, Catherine. I think they look more secure in themselves. Those connections are better than we saw last week in Liverpool. And I think they're on top. And yes, it was a tighter second quarter, but they're still very much in control.
Yeah, reminder, they lost by 12 to AO Manchester Thunder in that Liverpool match that Pamela is talking about. And Alicia Scholes wasn't in that. There was a lot of talk online about, they lost by 12, but it wasn't just because Scholes wasn't there. What have you seen differently then from London Pulse today that was different from that Thunder result last week? Because there is no Scholes still.
Indeed, and I think we saw Maseko come on at half-time in Liverpool, and that made a massive change to that attacking end. She started this game, and that connection that she's had with them all season is really showing. She's creating herself some good space, and she's being a nice link. I think her and Gracie Smith are talking a lot together to ensure that they're not going into the same spaces, and when they don't do that, it works nice.
London Mavericks, what can they do?
The word clinicality. When you get possession, you're getting those turnovers. Now let's keep those angles to turn the heads of the defence of London Pulse.
So the second half to come, the halftime entertainment here. There's 2 things that netball fans love. One's a mop, and 2 is a cannon that fires out freebies. And that's what's happening here at the OVO Arena. The third quarter, though, coming up shortly between London Mavericks and London Pulse. Do not go anywhere. It's Sam Bird leading Tamsin Greenway at this moment by 32 to 24. Third quarter on the way. Welcome back to the OVO Arena here, the final match of round number 12 in this Netball Super League season. London Pulse leading London Mavericks by 32-24. A shout out to the Hornbrokers, Pamela Cookie, who are entertaining the crowd at half-time. I can tell you, a dynamic mobile brass and party band based in the UK, bringing the vibe to weddings, festivals and Super League netball here in London on a Sunday. They were brilliant. I thought they were fabulous.
Very good indeed.
Oh, good stuff. Brilliant half-time entertainment here at Wembley. And the chats have been had by both of the head coaches. Tamsin Greenway for Mavericks, Sam Bird for London Pulse. We scan the court to see if there's any changes from either of the head coaches as we head into quarter three. You are pointing, Pamela.
Susie Liversidge is back on at wing attack. What a hero.
Yeah, we think she had something dislocated. It looked like she had, because she was taped up, she was shaking it off, and she's back on court.
Nice little flick to herself, Sheen, and she does that well in terms of if the ball isn't exactly away from the defender, she taps it to give herself possession.
Yeah, no changes from Sam Bird. A reminder, 16-9, 17-15 the second quarter.
Yeah, Liversidge just working her way back into this. Phillips couldn't quite keep it on off the goal line. So now for Pulse to reset.
Yeah, I'm looking at Susie Liversidge's left hand. It looks like the thumb area that's taped up. Maseko, she has ball in hand. Fadoju holding the ball high, waiting for somebody to come.
Almost saw the panic in her eyes,
yes.
But Captain Zara Everett was there for her. It's a nice one there to put through for Pulse. They dropped their shooting percentage a little bit in that second quarter. They were 82.
Contact centre penalty.
Now 80. Whereas London Mavericks have gone from 62% to 86%. And this lady here, much the catalyst for that. Oh, commentator's curse.
Don't worry, it happened to me twice at least in the first quarter with George. So, it happens. Andrew.
Great lean from Halima Adio.
What are you laughing at me for? Is that another commentator's curse? Here she goes. There we go.
There it is.
A former shooter. Look at you laughing. You shooters get there in the end, don't you? 34-25.
Such a tough job, Catherine. Such a tough job.
I know. Oh. Gracie Smith there did all that hard work in the centre for London Pulse. Kept the ball in play.
And great strength, though, from Fumi Fadoju to ensure that her teammates' work was rewarded.
In terms of super shots, 5 Amex super shots went in that first half for London Pulse, 3 for London Mavericks.
Oh, Golub. She was doing so much in that first quarter. Now gets a tip and able to bring this ball through as well.
That's nice. Andrew Liversidge.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, Adia with the hoist for Fadoju. London Pulse team laughing. Those in light blue not. And that got a round of applause from Tamsin Greenway on the Mavericks bench. Signed this year, hasn't she? A long-term future to Mavericks. Former Wasp head coach, of course, England player herself, 67 caps. And it's her team. 34-26 down here.
Mavericks. But they're 2-1 up in this quarter. So a good start to this third for them. Can they keep this momentum going? Well, no, if you're going to give a ball like that, where Fumi Fadoju can roam freely. Still in their hands, though.
Yeah, and when it's that far in terms of distance, plenty of time for her to read that one coming. Oh, Gracie Smith.
That reverse hand.
Look at her flying around.
It's very rare you get a centre as tall as her, 6 foot. But she has the engine as well that we expect from a centre.
Well, her name is one of many from an England point of view that's been in the mix potentially for the Commonwealth Games squad. I've seen nothing and heard nothing. What can you tell us, Pamela Cookie?
Well, It's still early. Teams don't need to be registered.
When are we going to find out?
Well, be patient.
Centre, change your contact.
There's names in the mix though, right?
Oh, for me, Gracie Smith is one of them.
And that lady maybe as well. Sophie Kelly. All nations represented across the Netball Super League. South Africa on the court here, of course, with Maseko and Golub.
Also our umpires. Well, we talk about who's been named yet for the Commonwealth Games. Well, our 2 umpires definitely have already.
Yeah, ball's going out of court. Golden whistler Gary Burgess. Team white, that's been announced. A little shake of the head there from Mickey Austin on the left. Bit of frustration on the face of Tamsin Greenway. The side of 10 down. A reminder, it was 8 at half-time. And just to our left, Tamsin Greenway calling over Sophie Egbaran in that goal shooter position for Mavericks and having a quick word with her.
Contact, centre, penalty pulse.
Oh, too much time given there. And that was easy pickings for Sadler. Good shut off there from Adio, making Andrew play back out of the circle. And Smith just getting a foot inside the shooting circle before she went for that intercept.
Yeah, Adio and Smith both on 11 intercepts this season so far. Adio with 35 deflections, Smith with 34. Just a couple of that backline defence for London Pulse on display again. And a blast of the music. And a penny for the thoughts of Tamsin Greenway. Look at her eyes scanning left to right. What can I do? How do I pull this 10-point deficit back?
That's lovely. What was great about that was they played the front of London Pulse, and then that third ball was the spin into the backspace from Egbaran, and they've got another turnover. And that's Susie Liversidge coming back onto this court, doing it for her side. It holds up there, and they go all the way back to Golub.
Yeah, she was alert as ever. And needed to be, because the ball came back from Egbaran. Risky business.
Oh, that was very risky, as you said, but it worked for them. And it's a tactical timeout for London Pulse.
So Sam Bird and her coaching staff have called the 90-second tactical timeout, 1 allowed per side, of course, after a goal's dropped in each of our Super League matches. So look at Liv Cheen to our right, Pamela Cookie leading the charge on that tactical timeout as we focus on the Mavericks side. But look at Liv Cheen straight in there. Sam Bird walked up, so you're a bit late, Sam, hang on.
I've got this.
And Liv's got this. What's she going to be saying in particular?
Well, it's 4 apiece in this quarter, and it's about that control and composure. We saw those passes that just went straight into the hands of the opposition for Mavericks to be able to get those turnovers. So you can just see Sam Bird now talking to that attacking end. If you're going to split, one person needs to drive through. Liv is saying, I want back in.
Yeah, I'm back in. I'm finished. And on the other side then, Tamsin Greenway was saying a penny for her thoughts. What would they be?
Oh, well, I think for them, a really, really great start in terms of how they've tried to eliminate the threat of London Pulse by playing in front and not letting those aerial balls go. I think the defensive work rate from all 7 has just been phenomenal. Put the pressure on early and then get those turnovers.
So London Pulse have taken their tactical timeout. London Mavericks under Tamsin Greenway easing out every little second that she can of the 90 seconds for her side. They're in the huddle and they're coming back on court. 37-29. That's the face of Sophie Egbaran there, one of the up-and-coming stars of the Super League. There's the face of another in Gracie Smith. GCSE's done and dusted last year. Another season on the big stage for the youngster. So, messages have been delivered by many. Let's see what difference it makes. A reminder, Mavericks looking for their 5th win of the season. London Pulse looking to go up to 30 points and be 1 behind Thunder and Lightning. The major and minor semi-finals the first weekend of June. The prelim final on the 13th before the soft and gentle grand final at the UK's largest arena, the Co-op Live in Manchester on the 20th of June. Get onto the Netball Super League website It's going to be an absolutely fabulous day. No one's got a clue who's going to lift the title this year. We don't, do we?
No, but what a great place for the league. The fact that we have 4 teams, competing. And it's so close.
And that was good from Andrew, taking a high five from a teammate. 37-30. 7's nothing.
Not especially when you've got the super shot.
Look, Kelly there, shuffling. Sheen takes, turns, scores. Liversidge just knowing that Golub would be behind her in the right position as she was.
That is, what a shame, because they are 2 in front and a chance to extend that and get closer to London Pulse, but just need to calm down.
Yep. Meanwhile, Sophie Kelly, cool as you like, waiting for a turn.
And then from potentially 3 in front, now back to 1 the difference, and the speed from London Pulse. Off the centre pass, and the conversion from Sheen. You can't give Pulse these opportunities.
That's nice, Phillips owning it. Back in her hands again. Egbaran out the circle.
Just see them playing with the Pulse defence, making those head spins and creating the space.
Yeah, Gracie Smith just had to stand there then, because the space was created. The goal was dropped.
Oh, hello!
Super.
Sadler. What a get.
Side shooter.
Yeah, that pleased the Mavericks fans in that little corner pocket there.
Oh, the goalkeeper, wonderful passage of play right there.
And it's another one of those chances, Pamela, that you spoke about. The difference is 9. How quickly it changes.
And what we're seeing more of from London Pulse is those multiple, didn't quite happen in that, but those 2 periods beforehand, you had at least 2 options to the ball. They're able to keep possession and work this round. Oh, and playing on.
That was a slightly awkward landing by the Maverick shooter, Andrew, but she's good. And the buzzer goes. Amex Super Shot time. A chance for more money to be put into the Amex Super Shot Fund for grassroots netball. As was mentioned previously, as we fly towards the 1,000th Super Shot goal, which is £20,000. Needed 27 from this match. Not sure we're going to get that. It's going to come in round 13, potentially. Sheen, super shot. Oh, nice. Nice. Adding to that total that she started with, 34 super shots today.
And she really seems to lift in the pressure situation. She goes for them.
Contact shooter. Contact centre.
Look at Sadler in that goalkeeper position, you say, look, scurrying.
Shooter, that's intentional obstruction advance.
Yeah, and I can imagine why that is advanced. There was just 3 contacts in a row, and then intentional from Sheen. So Louise Travis bringing it forward. Oh, hello. There's been some such great passages of play from London Mavericks.
Well, there has, in that top 4 last year, just missing out again this year. As mentioned, with Forest cementing that 4th and final spot that was up for grabs with that brilliant win over Loughborough Lightning, that 76-65 victory. But still a lot to play for. All Mavericks have got left at home games, incidentally. Essex Sports Arena in round 13 against Panthers. Final match of the season at home against Dragons. Whereas Pulse, they're at home against Dragons and then away at Nottingham Forest Netball at the end of the season.
Another great lean from Adio. Her toes.
She just stretched her neck as well, Adio, like, oh. Got the job done. And she looks on for a good friend, Liv Cheen, at the other end, who doesn't manage to land that one. Stays 42-33.
There's been quite a few misses in this quarter, hence the low scoring. But they keep going.
It's a 9-all quarter so far. And another one, though, which means it's a 10-9 quarter to Mavericks.
In the near channel.
11-9 as the stats update. And that's the difference that Tamsin Greenway would have wanted as Pulse come back on the attack.
Indeed, very much so, and that just keeps them in this game.
What's the difference been then?
I think definitely a difference in terms of the rotation in the circle. Yes, they have missed a few, but they're getting a lot more opportunities. And in defense, they're making Pulse miss. And when Pulse miss, they're getting the turnover and they're bringing this, ooh, again, not bringing it through. Yes, bringing it through, because that work rate from Liversidge and then Andrew to back her up.
Top right of your shot, Tamsin Greenway. Got up on her feet, come on! She shouts and then sits down delicately. Once a wing attack, always a wing attack, right?
Fadoju doing all she can.
Super shot.
Oh!
Oh!
Gotta hurt.
Yeah, the look of hurt on the face of Andrew said it all as that one didn't pop through for two.
But again,
another chance then.
Pulse on the attack from defense has not been their strong point today.
Here she goes.
This time.
Hey!
Even you put your hand up. And it's Maverick center pass, and you can see the bench just saying, calm down, but keep that passion, keep that fight, and attack this game.
42-37, it's back to 5. Still plenty of time, 40 seconds, but not when that happens.
Zara Everett just getting a little hand in there, and Fadoju picking it up.
Everett the disruptor. Once again, London Mavericks had a little bit of momentum there. Here we go.
Goal attack, step back.
And with 20 seconds to go, it's now London Pulse who have the chance. Liv Cheen's just going to put a single up here, and she's going to pop it through.
I think that's the difference between experience and inexperience, in knowing those crucial moments when it is that you need to just nail.
And the whistle goes for the end of the third quarter. What was 32-24 at half-time for London Pulse is now 43-37. So a 6-point difference. And the reigning Super League champions, London Pulse, are still in control. But Mavericks have got a little bit of something more to give, I feel. Don't go anywhere. The fourth and final quarter on the way. Welcome back to the capital. The Oval Arena here in Wembley is rocking. DJ Shah State producing the tunes. And nearly 5,000 netball fans are in the house. London Mavericks, London Pulse. And Pulse are leading 43-37. The final 50 minutes of round number 12 of the Netball Super League season. And once again, Pamela Cookie, like Tamsin Greenway, scanning the court to see if there's any changes from either side as Liv Cheen pops in another.
Just scanning quickly. I don't think I can see any changes. No changes as we go. And I just want to give a shout out to the defensive work rate of both sides in that third quarter, but especially Eleanor Sadler at goalkeeper.
She's doing well. She's having a good one.
Really good game. 4 games to her name, 2 rebounds, 1 intercept. I think the injury replacement player is having a great game.
Well, she is. As is Thummy Fedoju, incidentally, on a 100th cap for London Pulse. 10 deflections, 2 rebounds, intercept, 5 games. Pamela Cookie will choose our experienced Kissimmee player of the match. That's her job. And she's got a couple of names on the list already. As Smith once again pops the ball into Cheen. Oh, Phillips, somebody.
Please.
That's nice, though. That's good calling.
And good from Phillips just to go herself because the space was there. But, oh look at Susie Liversley going so hard for that. But all her teammates just watching her run.
Zara Everett said thank you very much. Oh, there she is. There she is again. Sadler in the house. That's not an easy job when you're stuck against Liv Cheen.
100%.
Oh, that's nice. Sophie Egbaran.
And then she's another player that I'm really impressed with how she's developed over the couple of seasons. Last season, she had glimpses of some really good work and where she could potentially go. This season now, anytime she's come on the court, I've seen some amazing stuff from her.
Yeah, another player in the Netball Super League who's starting to really flourish.
The calmness on Sheen's face, even after taking that not so comfortable pass, just to take that little step in and put the shot up.
Well, 8 times London Pulse have had Player of the Match awards in the Super League this year. A couple for Fedoju, a couple for Cheen. And once again, the England Rose shooter showing everybody and the crowd here today, and you guys watching us on Sky Netball, why she will potentially be going to the Commonwealth Games, 12 nations on the 25th of July in Glasgow. As Pamela Cookie said, we await eagerly. Lots of discussions, isn't there? Around all the positions.
Who will be that selected 12?
How does it remind myself and our Sky viewers, how does it work? Anna Stenbridge's in interim charge. Does she just decide? Is it a panel? How many people are involved in who chooses the team?
Good question. There are selectors, and obviously the head coach will get the final decision, but I was a player, not a coach, so I don't know what happened in a sanctum.
And you're always in it.
But some teams will have specific trials. Others will go off potentially what they've seen during the season because there's not enough time to get everyone back together again. So different countries will do it differently.
Well, we'll see in Glasgow when it gets underway. And, of course, we've got the Netball World Cup next year in Sydney, the 17th staging of that Netball World Cup. And don't forget, before that, at the end of our season, 20th of June, soft and gentle grand final. Going to be absolutely wonderful up in Manchester. Liv Cheen pops one in. She gets herself back on balance. And what was a lead of 6 at the end of the third quarter is now 7, 48-41.
Yeah, Mavericks really had a good momentum run in that third quarter, but almost there from Fedoju with a quick turn from Phillips. And Egbaran nets again.
Yeah, it was a 13-10 third quarter for Mavericks. Slightly down in this fourth and final one.
That was a great first lean, though, from Sadler, but again, Sheen.
A change from Sam Bird. Kama Maseko goes off, which means Tyler Orr comes on. And as Pamela mentioned earlier, that was the starting lineup, wasn't it, in that match against AO Manchester Thunder in that wing attack position?
It was indeed, and I just think they're so used to playing with an Alicia Scholes. That whole setup in the attacking end didn't quite function well with the change. Not so much just what Tyler Orr was doing, but what all those around her were doing as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what she can do now, a week later.
Yeah, the Australian in her second year with London Pulse. Was at Magpies for 3 years, wasn't she, as a training partner, and then Adelaide Thunderbirds as well. Brought on now by Sam Bird with under 10 minutes to go.
And that's a good confidence boost for her.
So, the tactical timeout that was left to be taken has been called as Tamsin Greenway looks up at the big screen and sees 50-43 to Pulse.
Yeah, and a good moment for her to call this timeout. Pulse are 2 in front in this quarter, so a chance for Mavericks to regroup, and especially with Tyler Orr now coming onto the court, might need to change, well, definitely need to change a little bit in terms of what the wing defense and center are doing in terms of marking her and how they then bring that ball through the court.
Yeah, Sam Bird having a lot more input this time. Liv Cheen slurping on the left. She's good.
She's like, I've done my bit now. I'm going to listen. And she gets a nice little tap from Sam Bird.
But you know what? It's that teamwork, isn't it, that does make the dream work. In terms of when you have good players who are experienced and know what they're talking about, everybody can share the love and the knowledge.
And it shows that you respect everyone in the team. They're able to give their opinions and their insight. And especially for coaches, yes, you're seeing it from the bench, but it feels so different being out on court. So having that confidence, Sam Bird, to give Liv Sheen that opportunity to talk. Great.
Yeah, Sam Bird now taking on a little bit of fluid. Former lawyer, of course, for London Metropolitan Police. I wouldn't mess with her. She told me to jump, I'd say, how high, Sam? Here we go then. That tactical timeout taken and delivered by Tamsin Greenway. Will it be enough for Mavericks to turn around this 7-point deficit? Can they get their first win since 2023 over London Pulse?
Contact, wing defence, penalty Mavericks.
A little I don't know from Everett there. The ball will stay with Mavericks.
And Phillips coming on at centre. I know it was the injury that allowed it to happen, but I think she's really commanded that centre court. She's been there, she's been an option, she's gone hard on stuff, and she's kept that passage of play in Mavericks' hands, and her shooters reward her for it. Defensively, again, Mavericks using that zone, but yeah, Donahue definitely too close.
Just it. Eye contact.
Kelly.
Oh, over the top. Pressure there. And Pulse have dropped again. They were 82% in the first quarter, 80% in the second, 76% in that third quarter.
Yeah, and Kelly on 65%. 10 singles, 1 super shot. And best on court at the moment from all the shooters is still Liv Cheen.
Good pressure there from Halima Adio. Oh, there's a pantomime boo.
Well, you know what? There is, under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. It's the first one of the day. That's quite late in the match, to be honest. They sometimes come a little bit earlier. As Everett finds Kelly.
Well, that's a testament to our 2 umpires.
I told you they like the layout of the court. Pamela, I was asking them. They love the runoffs, the 3 meters. Let them view the lines and the goal line better. I'm sure many might disagree, but it seems to have done a reasonable job. Harrison and Travis taking charge of this one.
Two of my faves.
So Team White blow the whistle. 51-44. Back to 7. Said that a couple of times, haven't we, Pamela, in this game? And we know what the super shot can do.
I think for London Pulse, this is something they really need to think about in terms of how, well, all season, how could they really put teams to bed? Because as we approach the semi-finals, everyone's going to raise their game. Are they able to compete with the other attacking ends? And also defensively, when you've got those opportunities, you need to nail them because they're going to be far and few. And then again, defensively from Mavericks in that attacking end. The pressure is put on high. They're getting arms over. They're forcing players either wide or behind.
Yeah, double hand wave there by Phillips saying, I'm here. And she's there again.
Oh, well taken, Liversidge. Almost 3 seconds for Pulse. But Mavericks just being calm and composed, not afraid to go back, having someone available.
I don't think they've got much choice. The defence of London Pulse here is just so stellar, Pamela. That brick wall, chip, chip, chip away. But being patient with attempting to get through. Will they be rewarded?
Well, you would hope so after all that work.
There we go. Moments later, one is dropped through. Game on, 51-45. We're 30 seconds away from the last 5 minutes and the Amex Super Shot. London Pulse have been in control, 16-9, 17-15. Mavericks came back in the third quarter, 13-10. And that's got the volume lifted here. Sadler in that goalkeeper position again, playing a part.
But what was that ball in, though?
This is important, because if this can bring it back to 47 and bring it back to 4, there's the buzzer for the Amex Super Shot. Can they bring it back to just 4? Look at Sophie Egbar and smarty pants Sophie.
So clever, so much space, and boom!
Deserves that.
Very much so.
Amelia Hall coming on in the wing attack position. Loses Susie Liversidge. Goes to the bench. All right, 51-47.
Game on our hands.
Mavericks centre pass. Are they going to do 2 back-to-back? No, they're not.
Another pickup. That was a great hand in there from Sophie Kelly. And, of course, Fumi Fidoju there for the pickup. Now just a little bit composure from Pulse, but still attack the game. Sheen has to come out.
Nearly from Sadler there. Single from Kelly. Bounce pass. Oh, Kelly knows.
Yeah, that was clever from her. Just to hold her space, draw that contact.
No. Another chance. Hall. Another chance for London Mavericks. The crowd know it.
You could just feel the anticipation in this arena.
One missed at each end. It stays at 51-47. You just got a feeling the next goal is going to be very, very important. And it drops as a single. And that is important because it takes it to 52.
And
it takes the lead to 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
A couple of super shots would have drawn us back level, but we're on an odd number now. And as Pamela said, on Pulse's centre pass, maybe a little bit of breathing room for the reigning champions. Oh, wonderfully done. Oh, Izzy Phillips devastated.
Just over the line. On the line, you're fine, as Gary Burgess says. But she was over the line.
Sheen. That's two very important single shots there.
Very important, and I think that could be enough for London Pulse.
But it's Mavericks on the centre pass.
Ooh. Oh, they will rue some of these chances, Mavericks. But likewise, though, London Pulse have...
Contact, goalkeeper outside.
London Pulse have also made their errors.
Under 2 minutes, 54-47.
Oh, go on, Golub. Great passage of play. Defensively, on song. Gracie Smith now wants a bit.
There was just a little period of time there where Mavericks were in with a shout of taking victory over London Pulse. But with under 90 seconds remaining and 7 now the difference.
Pulse putting their bodies on the line to ensure this win.
Yep.
And again, Golub from behind. That timing had to be spot on to not contact or to not hit the ball when Sheen had possession.
Well, Jamie Golub, obviously Van Veek before she got married to Robert. In the Mavericks side, playing a part here again is the South African. But the clock starts to tick down.
And it's just not going Mavericks' way anymore. That ball going through the hands of Andrew.
Yeah, the London Pulse players are on their feet because Pulse are going to rack up win number 10. Pulse are going to go to 30 points. They've got Dragons and Forest left. Thunder on 31, Lightning second on 31, and Pulse will move up to third within a sniff of the 4 times and 3 times Super League champions. The final few seconds here at the OVO Arena in Wembley. Sophie Egbaran has been brilliant since she's come on. She'll get another bite of this cherry as the buzzer goes. Oh. And she does pop one in for London Mavericks. But it is London Pulse off the back of their loss to AO Manchester Thunder that get the 3 Super League points here today in Wembley in front of a near 5,000 crowd. It does end London Pulse 55, London Mavericks 49. And Pamela Cookie, before you shoot off and get our player of the match and our head coach interviews, give me your thoughts on this match, because there at the end you said, look, there are bits of messy stuff from both. London Pulse can't afford to be messy when they get into those soft and gentle playoffs.
100%, Catherine, and that's something they're going to have to look at. I am impressed, though, with how they did see out the comeback from London Mavericks and kept themselves in front to get that win. But there were some dodgy periods in that game that you wouldn't expect to see. For London Mavericks, very, very much impressed. They galvanised together. Yes, they don't have a chance to hit the top 4, but they still have a chance to finish their season strongly. And I just thought the second half performance from London Mavericks, very, very good.
Your experienced Kissimmee player of the match, Pamela Cookie, please.
The Centurion, Fumi Fadoju. She was phenomenal. I love the way that she plays, the way that she attacked the game, especially that first half she came on. To quote her stats, 2 rebounds, 10 deflections, 2 intercepts, and 6 gains. Her stats, those numbers, so good.
And let's not forget, she's got 3 balloons. There she goes, celebrating her 100th cap for London Pulse. A superb afternoon at Wembley for Fumi Fadoju.
Oh, and that's just great to see the love that London Pulse Maseko is dancing, that South African side. She's happy, but she does so much in that defensive end for London Pulse, and very well deserved. And to have 100 times playing for your club, London Pulse, which she's grown up through, this is such a great moment for her.
And they will go on then, London Pulse, as mentioned. They've got a home match in round 13 against LexisNexis Dragons, and then their final match of the regular season away at Nottingham Forest Netball, who are one of our 4 semi-finalists. And you mentioned Fumi Fadoju But let's give another shout out to Eleanor Sadler as well, in that position that she came on for Mavericks in the defence, because some of her stats were pretty impressive against Liv Chi.
Oh, so good. 8 gains, 4 interceptions, 2 deflections and 2 rebounds. What a moment for her. She had been part of the Pulse Next Gen side beforehand. She's come over to London Mavericks, and yeah, what a great work rate for her, being an impact injury replacement player at goalkeeper.
Well, the celebrations are continuing from a London Pulse point of view. Pamela, I'll let you scoot off now, because you're going to try and get our player of the match and both of our head coaches as well. And the debrief will start for London Mavericks. Essex Sports Arena at round 13, home against Birmingham Panthers, who've got just their 1 win this season and 3 points, sitting 8th in the Super League table. And then Tamsin Greenway side will finish their season at home at Lexus Nexus Dragons as well. But it is London Pulse who have moved up to 30 points on the Super League table. They're now 5 points clear of Nottingham Forest Netball in 4th. And Pamela Cookie is now in position after a brilliant match here at Wembley with the London Mavericks head coach Tamsin Greenway ready and poised to give us her reflections on the game here, which had its ebbs and flows, as Pamela said. It was 12-all in that 4th quarter, incidentally, between the two sides after a 13-10 third quarter by Mavericks. So Pamela, you are now joined by Tamsin Greenway.
Tamsin, what a game. We were on the edge of our seats, Tamsin. You drew that last quarter. The second half came back so strongly, but just missing out. How do you feel?
I mean, I don't even know where to start. We keep rolling with the punches. Actually really proud of them is what I've just said to them. They've just kept a team that are fairly undisrupted. I know Liz Scholes wasn't playing today, but a team of absolute superstars, and they put that performance out after having to deal with Han. Lizzie Phillips has been in bed for 4 days. Like, we've had brand new Ellie Sadler into that lineup, and Soph Egbaron as well. I mean, I don't know what else I can throw at them, to be honest, but they stepped up and delivered, and I know it wasn't the final result, and I'm not taking anything away from Pulse, but we had them for long periods of that game, and we opened up the circle, which we didn't do the first time we played them, and we won ball. We consistently won ball, and I obviously gutted, but our journey's changed now. We can't make top 4, and so we needed to put performances out like that in front of 4,600 people, and we did it.
Well, what a performance indeed in front of this crowd that you talk about. Give me a word for Sadler, as you just mentioned. She was top-notch.
She was top-notch, wasn't she? I mean, she hasn't even been training in that NSL environment. She came into our club, and how good has she been? She was even nervous today, bless her, and we've done some work, and we're trying to just drip-feed some information, but even her chat, the way she's delivering with Jamie, and just the fearlessness. I love that about the youngsters, and, you know, she gets into everything, and half it's instinct, which just shows how lethal she can be. That's why I'm so proud of this group. Like, there's actually not much more we can do with everything that's being thrown at us at the moment, but for long periods we're breaking down opposition, and when you start doing that, it gives you a great platform, doesn't it? And as you know, it then goes, but it'll be for us next season now. But I think we've done enough foundations this year with games like that to show what we're capable of.
Well, indeed, and you've got 2 games left of the season. What can we expect to see?
Yeah, we want to win those games against Panthers and against Dragons. We beat them on the first round, and, you know, Dragons I think are playing exceptionally well. Panthers are so exciting. Sonia McCloma's team with loads of youth as well. So for me, it's about condensing stuff that we've been doing and making sure against the opposition we still step up to that level. They were tired today. I've never seen them work so hard, and that's what I'm showing them what it's all about. That's Super League netball. That's the next level up.
Amazing, Tamsin. I know not the win, but phenomenal work from your side.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Well, Tamsin Greenway there, quite rightly praising many of her team. Everything's been thrown at them this season in terms of changes, in terms of injuries, as she continues to rebuild with a London Mavericks side. But there's a smile on the face to my left of Sam Bird and Pamela Cookie. Let's get the viewpoints of our reigning Super League head coach champion. I can see her smiling.
Sam Bird, what an end to that game, but your side stepping up, showing up and getting that win.
Yeah, again, wasn't perfect, and the game ebbed and flowed, but, you know, Mavs had nothing to lose today, and there's still pressure on us to keep trying to improve and still exploring different combinations, and I think we learned a few more things from that game.
What was it that you learned in that game?
Well, I think we adapted. We were not happy about the 2 super shot with Mavs in the first half, but I thought we adapted brilliantly to shut them out in the second half. So I think that bodes well for what we need to work on in future games, and just the resilience again. I think when it gets close, we've just got key decision makers on court that can go out and win us games.
Well, definitely, they came out and they got the ball turnover when they needed it. But how do you keep that consistency throughout the 4 quarters and not have those ebbs and flows that you mentioned?
Yeah, I think it's still learning to play without Alicia. In attack, I thought Camo did a great job in the attack, and then it was really nice to have the confidence to put Tyler on at that back end, and she brought a little bit of energy for that last 5 minutes, and that's not easy coming on at that time. But I thought Liv was outstanding today. I don't know what you thought in commentary, but I thought she owned that circle, and that makes me very happy.
Well, Sam, another win for you tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, Sam, understandably very, very happy, as is our experienced Kissimmee player of the match. Fumi Fadoju's just been given her medal, and she's coming in high-fiving Pamela Cookie. Pamela, stop dancing with our player of the match and let her tell us how brilliant she was today.
Fumi Fadoju, enormous. Fumi Fadoju, what a wonderful game you've just had. A Centurion as well. How did it feel to be out there flying with those intercepts, deflections and turnovers?
I think it felt good again. I felt like really connected with the back 4, and I was just really proud of the team for getting over the line. Like, it's a London derby, we know it's going to be harder. Bodies on the floor, everyone giving 100%. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Indeed, there was bodies on the floor. A few injuries who we hope everyone is okay and comes out of it. But for you guys, like, it ebbed and flowed. But at the end of it, when crucial interception turnovers were needed, you guys stood up and delivered.
I feel like we knew it was going to be a hard one, so we knew that there was definitely going to be moments where we weren't really proud of our performance, but I think we were able to get over the line. So just about going back to the board and see what we can work on and areas we can clean up.
As the season has gone on, I've seen you start to develop even more, if we can even say that. You're playing with such confidence. You look like you're loving it. Is that how you feel?
I'm loving every second. I'm 100 games in, so I'm a little bit tired now, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm going out there, like, we're literally going every single week. We're trying to see what else can we improve, what else can we win ball. I feel like we showed that today. Obviously, you could do it more consistently, but yeah, really proud of the performance.
And lastly, you are in the top 4, currently sat 3rd. What's the ambition? Is it get into that top spot and then go into the finals from there, or is it just take each game as it comes, and wherever you land, you just make sure you win going forward?
A bit of both, but definitely, like, we know that we can still aim for the top position, so like still fighting every single match to make sure that we get over the line, trying to get a good goal difference as well, like just taking each game as it goes.
Oh, well, Fumi, you were phenomenal as ever again today. Congratulations, our Kissimmee player of the match.
Oh, Fumi Fadoju leaving with the player of the match medal. Leaving with 3 balloons. She is understandably delighted. So let's have a look back on the second half analysis in terms of both of the sides. A reminder, it was 32-24 at half-time, Pamela, ending 55-49. But as you mentioned, that second half belonged to London Mavericks.
Very much was this defensive effort, as we're seeing here. Phenomenal work from Golob and Sadler in at goalkeeper, but not just a defence. Just see there, Susie Liversidge coming back on after, I'm sure it was a popped finger, but we need to get confirmation. But look at that work rate to ensure that her team could get back into this game, and the pressure that they put on, so good. And then with Sophie Egbaran at goal shooter, she added another dimension to create some space and opportunities.
Yeah, 25-22 second half for London Mavericks. Quite rightly, shout-outs have been given to Sadler and obviously Fadoju, our player of the match. But they're the glimpses that Tamsin Greenway always sees, which means that her side are rebuilding, because she uses that word a lot. And she's still got 2 games to go this season, Birmingham Panthers and Dragons. So she could end the season with 6 wins as she continues to rebuild Mavericks, right?
Oh, very much so, and that's in their grasp to get.
Liv Cheen, a shout out for the shooting star as well. 88% in total, 32 single goals, 5 super shots.
Oh, she is just a queen under that post to stand up to the pressure. Yes, we did talk about how great the Mavericks defence were, but even in amongst that, she really stepped up for London Pulse. And when they needed her, she was there to get those little tips out of the way of the defender and then nail those shots to get those percentages, as you said.
but was put under some hard pressure today from Ellie Sadler, who was getting the praise from the head coach of Townsend Greenway. But as mentioned, they need to start getting it right, London Pulse, in the soft and gentle playoffs, along with Thunder, Lightning and Nottingham Forest Netball, but got the job done.
And that was the most important thing, just getting that win today and ensuring that they can keep that momentum going. After the loss last round, they really needed that confidence back in this side. And as Sam Bird said, trying different combinations, because you just never know what might happen.
Yeah, the autographs are being signed by both of the teams here. Good to see Razia Quashi as well in the house, mingling with the fans earlier. Let's have a quick look then at the Super League table. I've added all up the numbers, and Thunder stay top on 31 points. Loughborough Lightning on second in 31 points. London Pulse move up to 30 points with their games against Dragons and Nottingham Forest Netball to come. And Nottingham Forest Netball in fourth on 25 points. And Mavericks stay in sixth with 13 points because they were out of the bonus point by just one here today against London Pulse. Thank you ever so much for your company here at the OVO Arena in Wembley. It's been a brilliant London derby between London Mavericks and London Pulse. Round 12 is done. We've only got round 13 and 14 to come before we hit the semi-final stage. Thanks for your company. Thank you, Pamela Cookie. And we'll see you soon on Sky Netball.